Good morning. I am making this video in response to a proposal to adopt MyOn as a county resource. I like MyOn. I think it's a wonderful product, but I think we're overlooking some other things that would be more financially savvy to use and would probably achieve the same or better results. What I'm showing you now is our library catalog. You can see the URL up here, lib.mono.k12.wv.us. If I click on My School and log in, I will come to my main page. From here, I want to go to Catalog, and I want to show you all Destiny Discoverer. This is the online resources for eBooks that's built in to our library catalog. This is very similar in the layout to what MyOn looks like, certainly not as colorful, but it still has some of the same qualities that MyOn has. What I want to call your attention to, first of all, is the collections. Let's look at our eBooks. As you can see, just in eBooks in Brookhaven's library includes 839 titles. Now, it's a little misleading because some of these are actually part of the TrueFlix subscriptions or the BookFlix subscriptions. So the result would probably be closer probably to 439. Because if I failed to order those subscriptions, those books will disappear from my database. What I want to show you are the books that are going to stay. Anything here with this little E is an ebook. These light boxes are wonderful. And probably to get on virtual, if I was accessing this database through Monongalia County Schools virtual online system, I would be able to show you this. Unfortunately, now I can't. But Lightbox is very interesting because it has interactives, it has quizzes, it has websites, it has magazine articles, and it all links everything together in one package. Now, this is something that we would own and that will not go away. I want to find something that I can actually open up and show you. And we have these ebooks. Let me see. Okay, so let's say I wanted to do safety on the playground. To open this, I have the choice of opening it up or checking it out. If I open it up, I can read it online. If I check it out, I can download it to my device. The advantage of opening it online is that you can annotate. You can do anything opening it online. Checking out kind of means that nobody else can use this but you. And that way, if you want it, when you want it, it's checked out to your account. Each student has an account automatically as part of our Destiny library system. Okay, so let's open this book. And you'll see it looks just like the regular book. As we go through, page by page, exactly what we're looking at. It's not hyperlinked at this point. But as you can see, it's just the same book over and over. Now, if we come up under book, there are text-to-speech settings. Not all books will have this, but some will. But the teacher or the children could do other things with this. They could search within it. They could look at the table of contents, view the title info. They could print specific pages if they wanted to, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend as a good practice, or, adjust the text-to-speech settings. The children could also, like they would if they had a Kindle, use their notebook up here, and they could take notes directly out of the book and put it into the notebook. Here are some of the things they can do. And titles, it will continue just to keep all the titles they read in their notebook. If I were a teacher, though, what I could do with this, go back. And let me search for amphibians. Now you see this one is checked out. This is actually the books that would be in the library on amphibians. Come to the eBooks. Here are the books that we have that are about amphibians. What we can do is, if I were a teacher, I could come under a child's reading path, and I could say, okay, I'm going to add a reading path, and this is for 2nd grade amphibian unit. Okay, and it's going to be fixed. The students must finish all titles in specific order. So I'm going to save it. Then I'm going to add the titles to it. Actually, these titles are higher than 2nd grade, so this isn't a wonderful example. But I'm going to do this search again. I'm going to search for amphibians. There we go. It's going to bring me back to the page. See, some of these have unlimited copies. The beautiful thing about that is I could assign it to every single child, and we're not going to have to fight over this. So I can add this to the path. Do you know about amphibians? Reading level 2.7, Lexile 510. I'm going to add this to the path. It's going to be a little hard for him to do it in exact order because there's only one copy, but I can add all these to the path. Now, these are all in the student's path, in the book bag, and then what I could do is I could add groups. At this place, what I would do is that I might go in and I would have to set up groups within my patrons to do this, but it would be simple enough to do. I would just manage groups and see if I can select it here if I have to create a new group. And let's say 2nd grade readers. And then I could assign my patrons. So what I would want to assign by, find this. Let's say I want to find it by Mrs. Culpepper's homeroom. I could assign specific children to that group. And all I'd have to do is just click assign, and then when the child reads in, he's going to have a new reading path assignment. And so the teachers can differentiate books that they'd like their children to read. Of course, I'm all for choice, but sometimes you need to have specific guidance, as you know. So this is one way that our Follett system can do that for teachers. And it is actually going to save more money because we're using resources that we own for the most part. How I would buy the books for these resources is to go back to where we started, which would be at the lib.mono login.